Alright guys, we're live here. We're live a little early today, but that's alright. Day 273. Today is a 95.6 point. Okay, that's 96. Alright guys, we're just getting started here at MagnoTrading.com. Save that. I'm going to change documents. Alright, cool. There's that. What's going on, Soberless Notes? What's going on, Ricardo? What's going on, Zach? What's going on, Steve? Alex? What's going on, guys? So today's a green day, but today's a very frustrating day. Probably the most frustrated I've been in a month. I'm live going over mine. Alright guys, we're just posting this here. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Alright, cool. Alright guys. There's that. Today was a frustrating day. You know, yeah, I mean, I know it's crazy, you know, what I'm doing, but it's just frustrating, and I'll explain why here in a second. KR. I'm just getting everything set up here, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. CLBS was another one. ADMP was another. Okay. Alright guys. Alright, we're good to go. We're live here, and we should be ready to go here. So hopefully you guys had a great trading out there. Yeah, I mean, it was a very frustrating day. I mean, I know that I'm up $96,000 on today's trading day. But yeah, I mean, it's just so frustrating, and I'll explain what happened. I was up as much as 270 today. All right, guys. Yeah, so definitely a frustrating day. I know it's a bright green day, you know, and I know that it looks like a great day, and it is a good day. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying that, you know, sticking to my trading plan and my process was frustrating today. You know, like I said, I was up about 270 to 280,000 plus dollars today, and I ended up walking away with you know, 96,000. And I know that it's a lot of money, but it's all relative, and I want to talk percentages because, you know, my account is about $1 million account that I trade with, and so that was about, you know, 30% of my account, right? And then, you know, I wiped away about 20% of it, because 20% of my profits, because I just got frustrated. And I can walk you through exactly what happened today, and I can walk you through every single trade that I took, and, you know, explain to you why the process that I made was a very, very poor process, very, very poor planning, and just not what I was wanting to do today. You know, I stuck to my plan all the way up until about an hour and a half before the close. And then I kind of just went away from my plan, my process, and my strategy. And so I paid the price, and it's all relative. I realize it's a great, you know, green day. I also have to take about $10,000 in borrow fees, though, from OBLN, because OBLN was about $10,000 in borrow fees. But yeah, guys, I mean, I want you guys to know, you know, it's all relative. You know, I'm going off now. It's 2 green days in a row. Today could have been back to my normal, about 200 to 300,000, hopefully, but I didn't. I got there, and then I got too aggressive towards the end of the day, and we're gonna go ahead and go over that today, guys. So, hopefully, you guys liked and subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate that, guys. And let's go ahead and get started for today. Okay, so today's trading day, guys. Today's trading day consisted of OBLN. Basically, that was the only thing I traded today. I mean, I traded SENS for $500 loser, GRTS basically break even, and then OBLN was the main trade. You know, you can see all my closed and open positions here. You can see OBLN was my main positions, and I was nailing everything. You know, OBLN, you know, short 575, cover 552, $30,000 winner. ADMP 120 long, 157 out, $40,000 winner. OBLN $25,000 winner, short 627, cover 592. OBLN short 622, cover 572. OBLN short 770, cover 758. OBLN long 779, out 844. OBLN short 860, cover 850. OBLN 923 short, cover 855. I mean, I am nailing these trades, guys. I am literally nailing every one of these trades, and I'll tell you the exact trade of what screwed me up mentally. Mentally, right here, okay? 44,000 shares long at, where is it? 51,000 shares long at $10 even. Then I got out at $10.55, okay? So that was a nice $28,000 winner. And that trade, you can already see me start to take a couple of losses there on OBLN. I was down about 11,000. But that trade got me, washed those losses away right there clean. But that trade was also my most poor executed trade because I didn't scale in, and I got in with so much size. I got in all at once, 51,000 shares all at once. And I need to be scaling in and scaling out of positions. Let's see here. So OBLN. Let's pull the chart up. Okay. So OBLN, guys. OBLN. You know, OBLN, where was it? It was right in here. Once we broke above, so I had longed about a 757 average and scaled out over 8, like right in here, okay? And then this thing just took off without me. But it was frustrating because if I would have just held this 757 average, which is about an $800,000 position that I was in, if I would have held it for maybe 20 minutes, I could have been a, I don't know, $200,000, $300,000 winner, okay? So I locked up my profits in here, which was a solid win, okay? And then I watched this thing go up. And then I was like, well, what if I could have made more on that trade, right? And I hadn't been losing all day, so I got a little FOMO. But I know that it broke above these highs and the shorts had gotten squeezed out, right? So then I started to long, and I longed at about a $10 average. And I said, usually these type of parabolic plays that are up 400% that make new highs after this, that they just got through the previous resistance late in the day like that, usually they have one more push at least. So I had confidence. I got long at $10. Too much size though, because my conviction wasn't that high. With the process, the plan, the strategies that I used, I wasn't that convicted in it. I got long all at once. Usually all these trades I was making throughout the day were all scale in to scale outs, okay? But this one was a position that I got in all at once at $10 even, okay? And then I was like, I'm going to scale through highs. So I scaled through highs and I got out at 10.55. Right, and then I tried to flip, and then I watched this thing come all the way back down, and I just haven't lost. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try and, take a short on it. And then all in here, guys, is where I basically washed away about $150,000 to $200,000. And when there's a stock up 350 to 400%, generally these things can go with, they can go 700, 900, 1,000%. Usually, once you get above the 300% range, and they still are going, those are the ones that you can get 500 to 1,000% gains. Okay, intraday, right? Or even multi-day. This one could run into tomorrow too. But once you get above the 400%, 350% range, I usually have a very careful bias when I'm shorting, because I know this thing can really extend really, really big. They can go to 12 to 15. I know that it had a ton of volume, but still, it could have been insanity, right? So that one trade is what ruined me the rest of the day. I longed it here. Even though I made $28,000, it got me in the wrong headspace, right? It got me in the wrong headspace, and I want you guys to know that being in the wrong headspace can change everything, And once I made that profitable trade, it got me just, making piss poor trades, not waiting for the setups, not being patient, and just got chopped out in here, guys, literally. And paid the price. I had a short at 975, and my plan was to hold, but I just didn't want to hold it because mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, that wouldn't have been to my plan. I didn't want to get squeezed out after hours. I know it's a very volatile name. And so it was all right about after this point on. It was frustrating because I couldn't really get a proper trade. And then after that, you guys can see, as loser after loser, $28,000 winner, then $3,000 lost, $6,000 lost, $20,000, $26,000, $21,000, $30,000, $13,000, $21,000. It was literally, I was just making such poor trades because mentally, right? No, I didn't go long at 10.50. I went long at 10 and then sold off at 10.55. But mentally, guys, I was at that point not making smart decisions because I taught myself to buy in all at once and to scale out, and then all of a sudden, my thought process was all kind of skewed, okay? And believe it or not, at that point, I was up, like I said, 250, 270, almost, at one point, it was $286,000 in unrealized profit that I was up today. And I really thought I was going to hit 400 today. But again, that's 40% of my account, 30% of my account. I'm up about 9.5%. I really started to mess up, and I actually would have made six figures today if I just would have covered under 8, but I didn't. I knew that I should have, but again, I got in the wrong mindset, didn't let the trade happen in front of me, and didn't take any profits. And sure, I could be at more after hours, but then you got to worry about liquidity. Without going through everything, so basically, my bigger trades were, shorting up in here. My first trades were, I was actually short with like a 575, 580 average, and I actually was up down about 90,000, but then it's hard to explain exactly why I was convicted in that, but you can see here this thing's way overextended, and you see the big volume candle that's well above that one, so I'm starting to see this thing extend, and usually when you see an extension like that, you kind of just a trend line, and then all of a sudden the volume just comes through, and you hit this parabolic mark. Usually there's a big sell-off, and that's kind of what we got. We got a sell-off, and I covered into that, and then I reshorted it up in here, kind of covered down in here, and then I think I reshorted it in here, and then covered in here, reshorted some, where was it, right in here, and then I covered down in here. And here's where I started going long, so, one kind of push down in here, another push down in here, and a third push down in here. And when we got a fourth push down, I was starting to long a little bit in here, but this is where I really started to long with size, right in here and then right in here. And it ended up with a 757 average, which is a solid average, right? That white line is basically my average. Right there. It's basically my average right there, okay? And I had about, well, I know it was about a $750,000, $800,000 position. And my goal was to scale through highs because, again, I had seen this go up 400% on massive volume, and those stocks, generally, they don't give up right away. They can go at 700, 800, 900%, you know. And I've seen stocks go 300 or 4,000% intraday. So, I mean, I knew this had the potential. I knew that the volume was there. I knew that the shorts were starting to pile in. The support was around $6.70 to $7. We kind of had a nice sell-off for like an hour or so. And then, again, 1 sell-off chunk, 2 sell-off chunk, 3 sell-off chunk, 4 sell-off chunk. 3 sell-offs I usually get into. 4 sell-offs I'm usually taking big size with a stock that I'm convicted to the bullish upside because the stock was up 350, 400%, or it had been. With that amount of volume, I was bullish. And, my goal was, when I was taking this trade and longing it, to not scale until we get through highs, which is my goal was to get over 10, and that was where I was going to scale. But again, when you're up that much P&L and you're kind of on fire like that, like I was, I just scaled. Like I immediately got paid out from 57 all the way up here, and I was up like $67,000, and I just scaled out because I'd gotten paid so quickly in like 6 to 8 minutes. I made $70,000. Okay, and then kind of the over trading, the chop fest happened in here, and that's when I really screwed up. And this is probably the most frustrated I've been within the past month not because of the P&L today. I realize it's a green day, and I realize that I traded well, but the thing is, guys, this is where I wasn't convicted. I shouldn't have been chasing long and shorting. I should have just been letting it pan out. Letting the chart play in front of me how I think it's going to pan out, and just let the chart speak for itself, right? Well, I didn't do that. I kind of got aggressive, and I kind of just tried to catch things before they actually set up. And when you do that, you generally take the edge and the percentages away from your side. Okay? Generally, you're going to see the percentages and the edge kind of come against me. And James, you can join me on YouTube. You can see I'm fully verified on there, and you can just watch it for a couple months. You'll see what I'm talking about, but I get that you're kind of hesitant. But anyways, so chop fest in here, chop fest in here, chop fest in here, and I didn't let any of the chart pan out. I didn't let the chart speak to me, right? I literally did not let the chart speak to me at all. I kind of just got in here. No, I use Trade Zero. I kind of got in here. The brokerage that I use is in the link in the description below. It says brokerage that I use. Click that link. Brokerage that I use, you can click that link. It's in the link in the description below. Anyways, so then in here, I didn't let the chart pan out. I kind of felt like I was on fire. I kind of felt like I couldn't lose. And that's when reality hit me. I actually ended up longing in here. I was short in here, but I just, being in that short, I just didn't like it because I wasn't letting the chart speak to me. And then this thing squeezed up. I covered it at 980s, luckily, and then I got re-short at 975 on the slam down. But I thought, we might get one more push up and then a slam down, and that's exactly what we got. But then it didn't even go away that easy. It slammed down, but then it kind of consolidated, and now we're kind of finally getting the sell-off. But again, guys, this was a frustrating trading day because I stuck to my plan all day. Until I made that block trade of $10, scaled above 10.55, okay? That's where, even though it was a profitable trade, mentally it really screwed me up, and then I got kind of chopped out of everything I could possibly get chopped out of, and ended up losing about $150,000, $170,000. Or percentage to my account, I'm up about 9% on my account today. Was up as much as 30% on my account today, and blew it. So I overtraded. OBLN could have easily gone 700, 1,000%. I mean, I know that the volume was there, but again, that key line in the sand for me. Once I started to see a stock go about 320, 330, 350%, guys, the sky is the limit at that point. I generally won't short it with too much conviction at all because those stocks can go 500, 1,000, 2,000. I've seen stocks go 3,000, 4,000% intraday. Okay, so I wasn't going to mess with it too much on the short side. I don't want to get just my ass handed to me, right? And so if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon for making videos. Also, click the link for chat in the description below. Anyways, guys, I kind of want to keep these streams to 20 minutes. I don't want it to go on for too long. hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. Today was a very, very frustrating day. Another profitable day. In the past 2 days, we're up 140,000. But guys, I know it's a lot of money, but relative to my account, that's only 13 to 14%. I should be doing a lot better than that. And I want to make sure I continue to remind you guys percentages, not the amount of money that I'm making, because I realize that I am not normal. I am making insane P&Ls to most. But the reality is for my mindset, I'm not doing that crazy good at all. I'm really kind of sucking. And, I know it sounds crazy, but it's all just gotten me here with a process plan and a strategy, and studying over time has gotten me here. But we all have to start somewhere. I've started somewhere just like you guys are starting somewhere. And I'm hoping that the NormagnolTrading.com community is giving you guys a foundation and a base to learn from, to study from, and to kind of build your repertoire, whether it be in options or stock. Either way, I want you guys to just continuously learn, study, go back on Thinkorswim on demand, go back and look at today's charts on OBLN. Where did you make a good trade? Where did you make a bad trade? How are you going to make it better next time? And continue to study. Go revise your day. Go back and look at all your trades and say, hey, why did I make this trade? Why did I make this trade? Why did I make this trade? Get in and get out, and you're like, okay, well, that was kind of a poor trade. And I already went over my day with you guys and said, hey, once I made that $10 trade, that's where I got chopped out and I made a poor decision. And that $10, even though I made $28,000 on that trade, it was a very poor decision making that I had, a poor decision to get in with 51,000 shares all at once, because mentally it taught me the wrong thing, okay? So tomorrow, get back to base hits, get back to scaling in and scaling out of positions. Let's trade well tomorrow. Today was a great day until about 11:30 Pacific Standard. I'm not having a discount. I don't have a discount going right now, but maybe in the future I will for my course if you're looking for that. And yeah, guys, so again, please like and subscribe to the channel. There's 100 of you here. If we could get like 40 likes, I'd really appreciate that. Smash that like button, smash that like button, smash that like button. I'd really, really appreciate that. Also, subscribe. That really helps the NormagnolTrading.com community out. I'm on here for free for you guys, so I feel like you guys can help me out by just clicking that subscribe and like button. That really helps the NormagnolTrading.com community out a ton. I really appreciate that, Jose. It goes a long way. All right, guys, I appreciate one of you guys supporting the NormagnolTrading.com community. Again, hopefully you guys learned something new today. $96,000 trading day, 9.9% trading day tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I focus up and make sure I stick to my plan a little bit better, especially not getting chopped out, and this happens to the best of us, guys. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm very, very frustrated, even though it's a green day. And eventually I hope you guys get to a point where you guys can be frustrated on a green day. But it's just like a golfer. When he hits a great shot but doesn't hit the shot that he wanted to hit, you can see him drop his club or be frustrated even though it's right next to the pin. It's because he didn't do his plan. He didn't trade his plan. He didn't hit his plan. He didn't have a draw. It had a fade, and he mishit it, right? That's kind of what I feel like today. Textbook day, except for the last hour and a half or so, and then I really went away from my plan and did not do very well. So, all right, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel.